All right, looks like we are live. All right, let's get started.
Welcome to Monday Motivate with Eric and Friends podcast with your host, Eric F. King, featuring world-class speakers, coaches, and consultants. Join us every Monday as we dive into empowering conversations that motivate, inspire, and educate entrepreneurs. Kickstart your week with valuable insights that help you not just survive, but thrive. This is your go-to podcast to start your week strong and live your best life. Let's make Mondays the fuel for your success journey.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Motivational Mondays. My name is Eric F. King, and today I am so excited to share information with you that can help you in your business and your life. All right. So today I'm going to be sharing information solo. Right. We're gonna go back to the days when it was just me. All right. So if you're here, please put in the chat where you are zooming in from today, so I can shout you out. And today we will be talking about the power of the mastermind. Okay. We're talking about networking, collaboration, working together with other people. Welcome, Sharon. Good to see you. Good to see you. So definitely put your name in the chat, or let us know where you're zooming in from as we kick off our event today. So the reason why I actually decided to come up with this idea and this for today is because I think it's most people don't understand the power of working with when you're in business. Right. We come up with this idea and we say to ourselves, oh, I have a great idea, or maybe we even join a company and we have a great product and a lot of people want to buy this, and I can help people, I can make money, and then we get excited about it. Right. But then sometimes, when you get into the business, you realize it's not as easy as you thought, or you're not making as much money as you thought you would. And now you're like, okay, what should I do? I came up with the idea. I got some training. I went to classes. I did everything I know to do. But what you don't realize is you need to be a part of a community that's doing the same thing you're doing, right? When you're at a job, there are other people at the job, right? So if you have problems, if you have challenges, you have other people that you can ask and they can help you out. But when you're a business owner, it could be lonely because you're the only one, right? So you don't even know what to do half the time, right? And you want to be around other people that are doing the same thing that you do, right? We call it like-minded people, right? So today I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about the mastermind, networking, and the importance of it in your business. All right. So one thing that I have always done for years is I've always plugged myself into groups of people that are doing what I want to do. So I'll give you an example. So this book right here, The Home Business Boom, I wrote it in 2018 or so, something like that. Before I wrote the book, I wanted to write a book. I had an idea of writing a book for business owners to be able to build businesses from home. But I didn't really know how to go about doing it. I didn't know how to go about doing it because I've never written a book before, right? So I found out that there are actually groups online that I can plug into that are all authors, right? So I plugged into a group and I got into this group, and I noticed that every time we met, there are all these people that would say, hey guys, I did 10 books. Hey guys, I just became a bestseller, right? Hey guys, my book is now New York Times best-selling book for 5 weeks in a row. And I'm seeing all these basically testimonials, and I'm thinking, oh, it's not that hard, right? People are doing it, right? So I start putting the information together. I put my book together, and then I realized that I need someone to help me edit the book, right? They talk about you need an editor, right? So they showed me how to find that. Then they said, well, you need someone to be able to do the graphics, like the design, right? So they showed me how to do that, right? So I'm putting everything together, and then I put the book together and I launched the book, and it becomes a bestseller. And I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wow. But if I wasn't in that group, I would have never done. I would have not known how to do it. Okay. That literally is the power of a mastermind, the power of being around people that do what you want to do. Welcome, Coral. Good to see you. Welcome. Good to see you. From across the pond, we have Laverne from Philly. All right. Good to see you. Awesome. Awesome. Keep jumping in, and guys, keep introducing yourself. So that is how I wrote my book. And then I realized that I can use that same methodology, that same method in other parts of my business. Okay. So I joined another mastermind. So this one was in Florida, and we met once a month on Zoom, and then we flew down to Florida once a year. And in this mastermind, there were experts in different areas. So there are people there that were sales gurus, marketing gurus, people that taught public speaking, different areas that you may need in your business. And I learned so much. By now, I had to pay for it. Obviously, it's not free, but I learned so much. The guy that taught me how to create a course, I met in a mastermind, right? So then I realized the importance of the mastermind. So now let me talk about the difference between a mastermind and a networking event. I think Coral actually has that question up here. Great question, Coral. So a networking event is where you go to meet other people, right? And potentially get business, right? So you're sharing, this is what I do. What do you do? And you're sharing information. Maybe if you're face to face in person, you're sharing business cards, or not. Now they don't even do business cards anymore. But you're sharing information um, in hopes that you'll get business, and that works, right? I've been doing that for years. People do that. I created a platform for that, for people to do that. But a mastermind is when you have a group of people come together and they actually learn and grow from each other. It's not necessarily just to get business, right? So, for instance, if you're in a mastermind and you have a question about, let's say you want to create a course, right? You want to create a course, and you need to create to have some kind of automation, right? People buy the course, they get the emails, they get the videos, and you don't know what to do. If you're in a mastermind, you simply ask your mastermind. You just simply either you type it out, or you said that, okay, guys, I this is what I'm trying to do. How do I accomplish this? And somebody from the mastermind will say, hey, I've done it before. This is exactly what I would do. Somebody else would say, hey, I tried these companies that didn't work. This is the best company, right? So you learn so much in a few minutes. You will get all the advice you need. You won't have to go researching or Googling. You'll hear from people that have actually done it. That's the power of a mastermind, right? You're able to get real time advice from people who are experts in what you're trying to do. Okay, real time advice, right? So that is essentially the difference between a networking event and a mastermind. Now, the ideally you want to be a part of something that has both parts to it. That has the networking where you can get business, and then the mastermind where you can learn and grow. Right. So I want to make a big announcement. We talked about it last time, but now we actually have the details of this. So based on all my experience in masterminds, all my experience over the years, knowing how it's helped me change my life, change my business, I decided to create a mastermind, right, for my clients. So as you know, I'm the founder of studiospeaking.com. So we have a lot of speakers, coaches, and authors that have spoken on our stage over the last few years. And we created a mastermind for them, right? So again, a group of, they're actually on a WhatsApp group, and then we meet monthly. But it's a group of people, speakers, coaches, authors, entrepreneurs, that are able to get on one platform, and we're actually able to message each other every day. Every day, we're able to learn and grow from each other, ask questions, get feedback, things of that nature. And it's growing. It's growing. So what I decided to do was to open it up to other entrepreneurs that haven't spoken on my stage, right? So it's now open for others, right? So you have the opportunity to be a part of our mastermind. Now, There's a cost involved. Obviously, it's not free. But the good news is we decided to give you a huge discount for being a founding member, because we it's now brand new because we're bringing more people in. Um, it's called the VIP Success Network, VIP Success Network, and typically, like the mastermind I was talking about, I think I pay like 5,000 or so per year, something like that. Typically, people pay monthly or people pay per year. But right now, we have decided to do a special promotion for anybody that wants to join that qualifies. Obviously, you just have to fill out a short application, and you can actually join our mastermind for $497, one-time fee for life. Okay, so that's right, you get to join our mastermind, have lifetime access, 497. You never have to pay again. No, you'll never be billed again. And we're doing this, number one, to help people that want to join the mastermind for the first time, and also to build, to grow the mastermind, right? So if you're listening to this, you're listening at a great time. You are able to take advantage of this. Call it, if you can put it in the chat. Thank you. So she's so fast. So it's the VIPSuccessNetwork.com. The VIPSuccessNetwork.com. Let me see if I'm able to do it as well. Hold on a second, because sometimes it's strange how someone puts it in the chat and you don't see it in all the links. All the platforms. So I'll try to do that myself. The VIP Success Network.com. Okay, yeah. So just go on there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, it's clickable. I think it's clickable, Carl. Actually, I think I see that it's clickable. Yeah. And I put it also in LinkedIn and YouTube. So yeah, just click on that. You will have the unique opportunity to be in the room with high level entrepreneurs, to get your questions answered. Will you be able to get business? Absolutely. Absolutely. We actually have a day where you're able to promote your business, promote your book, promote your course, promote your events, whatever it is, right? So you have, yeah. So this is a unique opportunity, folks, because it's not going to be like this forever. Obviously, there's going to be a monthly membership eventually, but everybody that's in is in, and they never have to pay again. So by the way, if you have any questions, please put it in the chat. This is a good time to put your questions in the chat. If you have any questions about our new mastermind, and what we'll be doing, and then also, it's an online group, but we'll also have in-person events eventually. I know last year, was it the year before, but we had an event for our community in Washington, D.C. I remember Coral flew down from London, England to be there. We had a mastermind event. We had a dinner, like a black tie gala night. And then we had a cruise, right? It was really fun. And we're gonna do that again. We're gonna do all those things again. So if you're thinking about it, you're thinking maybe this may help me, just click on the link, book a call with me, and let's chat about it. But like I said, right now it's only $497, one-time fee for life to be a part of our mastermind. All right, so let me see. If you have any questions, put it in the chat. Let me see if I can answer another question here. Let's see. Yeah, and if you have any questions, put the word question first, and then so I know. Okay, here we go. This is a good one. This is a good one by Coral. She said, how does being a part of a mastermind group help someone overcome challenges or achieve a goal? Yeah, that's a great question. So like I said in my first example on writing my book, right? There are a lot of challenges that you face in business, a lot of challenges. And typically there's nobody maybe in your family or your friends that can give you advice on the particular issues you're going through, right? Because actually most people have never really built a business. And the people that have built a business probably haven't built the exact kind of business that you want to build. And then here's another thing. A lot of times it's not actually advisable to get advice from people that have known you all your life because they don't see you as an entrepreneur. They don't see you as a business owner. They just see you as, how they've seen you all your life. right? So I always tell people, if you have a big dream, don't introduce it to a small mind, right? You don't want to introduce it to someone that doesn't believe that you can do it. Either they don't believe in you, or they don't believe in yourself and themselves, or whatever it is. So it's better to go outside of your circle. It's better to go outside of your circle to get the information. Yeah, it's better. You're wonderful. Okay. Yeah. It's better to go outside of your circle to get the information, right? And so when you're in a mastermind and you ask the question, invariably, which means almost every single time, somebody will be able to help you. And usually multiple people will be able to help you. They'll give you advice. They'll give you real-time advice. So it's not like you ask a question and then they get back to you. No, it's live. It's live on the call, on the Zoom. They give you advice. And let me tell you, there's no better feeling. You have to experience it. You have to experience it. There's no better. Yeah, Laverne said, I'm excited already. Absolutely. There is no better feeling than be able to ask a question and people are answering your question live, giving you advice. Some people will say, hey, I'll get on a call with you to explain it to you. I'll send you some information. I'll show you what I've done. And it's powerful, because when you're part of a mastermind, you're helping other people too, right? It's not, you don't just come there to take, you come there to give, right? Givers gain. That's what we believe in, right? So you're helping each other. It's almost like a competition. Who can help more people? Who can help the most people, right? Um, and you're growing. That's why people stay in masterminds for years, right? Years. I'm still in that mastermind, right? People stay in masterminds for years because it's like having a board of directors for your own business. Imagine you have a company, right? And before you make a decision, you call up the board. You say, let's have a board meeting. And you have, maybe 20, 30 people in there, and say, hey, I have an idea. What do you guys think? And then you have people from the board giving you advice. That's how it feels, Coral. That's how it feels to help you overcome your challenges. Absolutely. All right. So here's a question. Let me see. Um, Master content and want to say it for young. Okay, let's go with Fadwa. I hope I pronounced your name correctly, Fadwa. Okay, which advice would you give to yourself if you were in your 30s about a mastermind concept and you wanted to say it for young community? Okay, great. Yeah. So the mastermind, the concept of the mastermind can be used in any industry, whether you're young, old, it doesn't matter. It's actually perfect for a young industry, for young people, because as a young person, you don't want to start out the wrong way, right? You don't want to waste 10 years of your life doing something wrong. So it's good to have a mastermind for young people. Now, I will say though, if you are having a mastermind for young people, make sure you do have some people that you can call in maybe as a guest speaker that have maybe older, that have been through what you're asking, right? You want someone with experience. So if you're going to have a mastermind for young people, if they have a question, the person that answered the question has to be experienced in it. It can't just be guessing. That's one thing about a mastermind. You don't want people to guess, right? And say, oh, this is what I would think. No, to answer the question, you have to have lived it. You have to have done it. You have to have experienced it, right? But there are a lot of young people that do have experience in certain areas. I mean, the guy that does my social media, he's probably 25 years old or so. I don't even know how old he is. I'll ask him one day. But he has a lot of experience in online marketing, video marketing, editing, all of that stuff, right? So absolutely, you can use it for young people. It's the same concept. It's the same concept as any mastermind. When people come in, they introduce themselves to get to know each other, right? They're able to network, and then you'll have a part where we do training, where you have maybe two people train on a particular topic, right? And then after that, you'd have to ask the mastermind, where people will be able to ask a question from the mastermind. And actually, um, by having a mastermind, you really separate yourself from all the other groups out there, the networking groups, because most groups are just networking groups, right? But when you can say, hey, our group is not just a networking group, but it's a mastermind where you can actually learn and grow together. People say, oh, I want to be a part of that. So great question. Welcome, Dr. Is it Suzanne? That's it, Dr. Ali. I can pronounce the last name, Dr. Ali. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Great question, by the way. Any other questions? Great question. Any other question? Let's see. Okay. All right. So let's see. So Carl asks, she says, what has been your biggest lesson from collaborating with others in a mastermind? Okay. So I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about marketing. I've learned a lot about sales. I've learned a lot about book writing. Um, um, Actually, there's a lady that talked about self care. I never used to think about self care. I never used to think about that, right? But we had a day where they were talking about self care. Exercising regularly, drinking water regularly, things of that nature. I would have never just picked up a book and started reading about that. But because I was part of the mastermind, I was privy to that information because that's what we're talking about that day, right? So that was, I would say, life changing, right? It changed a lot of my habits, right? So yeah, so to put a finger on one thing is hard because I've learned so much about throughout the years with masterminds and just being in the room with other people doing the same thing. My goodness, like you feel empowered when you come out. You feel empowered. So that's why I would like, any of you that are thinking about it, definitely book a call with me. Click on the link, book a call, and let's chat about it because, like I said, it's life changing. And even if you're in Bangladesh, like Dr. Ali, you can still be a part of our mastermind, right? Because it's online, right? So you could be anywhere in the world and be a part of our mastermind. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions? Put it in the chat. Just write question and then put it in the chat about masterminds, networking, anything really at this point. So just make it. This is like a mastermind call right here, where I can answer questions that you have on any issue about your business. Today, I have more time because I don't have other guests, so I'll be able to answer your questions. So just put it in the chat there. Put it in the chat. Okay. And if you haven't introduced yourself, definitely introduce yourself. You're welcome, Fadwa. You're welcome. I see that you said thank you. All right. So let's talk about real quick promoting yourself. Okay, let's talk about promoting yourself. A lot of people in business, they have a problem, a challenge with promoting themselves. Why? Because they feel that they don't want to be selfish. They don't want to be pushy. They don't want to be all of that. So they figure, I'll just create the business, and through word of mouth, people will come and buy. But it doesn't work that way. You see, in business, you have to promote yourself. You have to be proud to promote yourself. That is why you have to believe in what you're doing, believe in what you are offering, believe in what you're selling. You have to believe in it because it's hard to sell something that you don't believe in, right? A guy contacted me. This was months ago, maybe even a year ago, and he said that he has this gel, and this gel is a company makes it, and when you drink this gel, it helps you to overcome all kinds of sicknesses. Okay, it gives you energy, right? It has all these benefits drinking this gel. And he said, Eric, he said, with your experience and your skills in sales, you can make so much money with this gel because people don't have to pay a lot, but then they'll pay you a lot to sell it. And I told him, I said, well, based on everything you told me, I probably won't make any money with it. And he said, well, what do you mean? What do you mean? I mean, you're good at sales. I said, I'm good at selling something I believe in, right? I don't believe that the gel can do all of that. And secondly, I don't know, if it has side effects. I don't know if people are going to get a stomach ache. I don't know if people are going to die. Like, I don't believe in it, so I can't do it and I won't make any money, right? So that's why you have to believe in what you do 100% before you can actually feel proud to sell it, right? Everything I've ever promoted, whether it's my book, which has helped thousands of people, whether it's my sales course, which has helped thousands of people, whether it's the mastermind, which has helped, hasn't helped thousands of people, but it will, or my stage, which has helped a lot of speakers, I believed in it. That's why I can talk about it every day, Okay. So one tip is find something you believe in. If you don't believe in what you're doing, do something else. All right. So let's get to more questions. Oh, I see a whole bunch of questions here. All right. All right. All right. Let's get to it. Let's go to, I know I saw a question by Laverne. Yes. Um, okay. So let's read this. Laverne says, if someone is new to their skill and wants to join a community or mastermind, but they don't know if they have much to offer, what would you say to them? Good. Great question. So, first of all, I will say this, Laverne, and I won't, it may be you, it may be a friend, that. So I'll just answer it in general terms. Most people don't know how much they know, they underestimate what they know, right? So sometimes you can be new in a business, but you have skills that you've been acquiring over the last 5, 10 years, and you don't even know it's a skill, right? So most people have some kind of skill that they can offer. Absolutely. Absolutely have some kind of skill. Some people, they've been in jobs for 10, 15 years, and then they get into a business. And I say, okay, so what skills do you have? Like, well, I just started, I don't have any. You have the skills you built for the past 10 to 15 years. Just because you didn't use it in a business doesn't mean you don't have any skills. So my answer to that is, number one, you probably do have skills. You are, generally, most people do have skills. And then also, one of the reasons why I meet with everybody, like, you can't just click on the link and join. No, you have to meet with me. The reason why I meet with people is to flesh it out, to see what skills they do have, right? So yeah, so I'd be able to, in your case, if you are interested, I'd be able to meet with you and we can talk about it and see what skills you do have, because there are certain skills that you have that other people need. Okay, the skills that you have that other people need. But that's a great question. Very good question. Very good question. I remember talking to a lady who she she she's in she's in different networking groups. She's good at promoting events, right? So she promotes events. A lot of people go, right? She's very good at. And then when we met, she said, I don't think I have any skills that I can offer. And I said, well, I mean, I see you all the time. I see how you promote events. I see how you get people there. That's a skill. She didn't know that. She didn't realize that that was a major skill, right? So yeah, so a lot of times we have skills that we don't even know about. So Laverne, if you're interested, I'd be glad to meet with you and we can talk about it. But great question, great question. All right, any other questions? Let me see. Um, let's see. Okay, great question, Coral. Here's a great question from Coral. Let's see. Why do you think successful people intentionally surround themselves with other successful people in a mastermind? Great question. So I learned a long time ago that success begets success. When you're around success, it will rub off on you. And the opposite is true. The opposite is true. If you hang around 5 broke people, you will definitely be the sixth one. Why? Because they have broke habits, and you're gonna join them in the broke habits. You hang around 5 people that drink a lot, you're gonna drink a lot, right? You hang around 5 people that are very successful in business, guess what? Your business will start to pick up. You'll start having that same success. Why? Because you'll be learning and growing from them, right? You'll be learning and growing from them. Success leaves clues. Success leaves clues. And then when you're around them, you're like, oh wow, I didn't think of it this way. I didn't think of it that way. And before you know it, you have success. That's why I always talk about getting out of the environment that you're used to and going somewhere else. Right? Someone told me a long time ago. He said that he comes from a poor family. They never made a lot of money. He said the person that made the most money in his family made $50,000. So he said there's no way I can make more than $50,000 because my dad never made more than $50,000. I said, well, guess what? I'm in a year. So guess what I told her? I said, well, actually, you can make 500,000 a year. And she said, how am I going to do that? I said, by associating with other people that have done it. Right. So you have to go somewhere else to learn the skills and then come back and bless your family. right? Come back and bless your family. So surrounding yourself with successful people always helps you to become successful. Absolutely. And then you become so successful that the people that you used to hang around with say, "Oh my goodness, how did you accomplish this?" I mean, we both came from the hood, or we both came from, unfortunate situation, and look at you, right? Because you decided you want to be around other successful people. So, great question. Absolutely, being intentional about being around successful people helps you all the time. All right. Um, Okay, let's do this. That's a great question, Carl. Anybody else? If you have a question, again, put it in the chat. Start with the word question, and I'll get to it. I promise. Okay. Yes, I see a question, Colleen, and I'll get to your question. All right. So this one by Carl. What is one collaboration for a mastermind that exceeds your expectation, and what made it successful? Yes. Yes. Okay. I've had several collaborations. Okay, so let's talk about this call here, right? So I started this call over 2 years ago. And I started with Leah Garcia. Some of you know her. She gets on our call. She's a financial guru, right? And I just thought that we would it was a conference call. It wasn't even, they didn't even see us. It was just a conference call. And I didn't know that it would last till now, over 2 years, right? It was a collaboration. Throughout that time, we've had different guest speakers. Zion and Aguru, Annie Osong has been here. We've had Sarah Amberley, right? We've had several people that have come to share information over the last 2.5 years, right? That's something I didn't expect. Another one, here's a big one. Here's a big one. So in 2019, my father passed away. And before he passed away, I was talking to him about creating a networking group. And I said, I want to give people an opportunity to share their information about their business so they can make money with their business. And he said to me, he said, "What are you waiting for?" I said, "Well, I've never done it before. I need to do some research and everything." He said, "Just do it. Just do it." So we had that discussion, and I left for vacation. And when I was on vacation, 2 weeks later, they told me he passed away. Right. So the first thing I thought is, wow, he's gone just like that. It can happen to anybody. He's gone just like that. So I decided I'm going to do that. He said, "What am I waiting for?" I'm not going to wait anymore. So within a couple of weeks, I started Promote Your Business Meetup. Promote Your Business Meetup was a meeting that we had in Maryland in a small hotel. We had a little room and we'd meet there. First meeting, we had 8 people. Okay. Second meeting, nobody showed up. But a third meeting, we had like 10 people. And then it grew. Then we had another location in Maryland. And then we had a location in Virginia. And then start to grow. Now we have locations in about 10 different states around the country, but it's online. So you can actually get online. And we've had over 6,000 people that have come to that event. 6,000 people. Just because I'm working with different people. I met Coral through that. Coral, I think I met her online or through that. I think it's through the event. Coral, I've met so many people. I've helped a lot of people. I've learned from other people, right? So I didn't think when I started it with 8 people, I didn't think we would have 6,000 people that would come through, right? So yeah, so it's amazing how things can grow when you're intentional about it and how you want to help people. All right, so let's see another question. I know Carlene had a question, so let's go. Carlene, what makes a collaboration successful rather than just another partnership? And how do you determine whether someone is the right fit for a collaboration? Very good. Okay. The whether or not your collaboration is successful depends on what you're looking for, right? Depends on what you're looking for, right? For me, it's not just money that I gauge it on, because some people say, "Hey, if I'm not making enough money, then it's not working." No, relationships are important, because you can meet somebody today, you collaborate and you don't make any money right away. But because of your collaboration, you're able to meet somebody else. Maybe they connect you to somebody else, and then that person can help you and you make money. Right. So yeah, collaboration is when you are able to set a goal, and through your collaboration, you achieve that goal. Through your collaboration, you achieve that goal. That's what makes it successful. Success is defined by different people different ways, right? It's defined by different people different ways. What I would say though is make sure you're collaborating with somebody that aligns with your goals, your values, your ethics, right? I'll give you an example. One guy contacted me. He said that he has this website, this platform, and on the platform, people make money selling some of his products, right? So when they get on the platform, they can make money, and then they can bring other people to make money. And it's like it's like a multi-level. It's like network marketing, right? Which is fine. I've been in network marketing before. But here's the kicker. He said we can get all of them on for free, and then we can tell them that they can make money. So I told him that, how do you want to get everybody for free? He said, well, just put their names on there. And I said, no, I can't do that. Right. That does not align with my ethics and my morals. I will not put people in a business they don't know anything about without their permission, right? So yeah, so even though I had the opportunity to make a lot of money if I did it, because some people will do the business, I didn't work with him because it's does not align with my ethics, right? My values. I would never put someone in a business they don't know anything about, right? Right. I'd always, you can tell them about it, and if they want to, they can, but nah, no pressure, nothing like that. So again, you have to align with the person. If you don't, if it's not someone you can trust, then don't do it. If it's not someone you can trust, then don't do it, right? So that's very important. Um, that's how you know if someone aligns with you or not. And then, sometimes what you can do research on them, find out what they've done in the past, see if they have any testimonials, people they've worked with, watch the testimonials, right? Things of that nature. But great question, Colleen. Great question. All right. Carl asked, how many masterminds am I in? Well, how many masterminds are you in? So currently I am active in one, and then I have my own, so two. But over the years, I've probably been in like four. Yeah, four, for different reasons. Because sometimes I have a mastermind for a certain thing, like a certain like book writing, right? But I love masterminds. It's just you learn so much and you grow so much, and there's no better way to build a business than to be in a mastermind. So great question, great question. All right, let's see. We're about to wrap it up. All right, so let's put it in the chat again. Carl, put it in the chat again. If you just joined us, the big announcement was we launched our new mastermind. Okay. And you're going to be in the room with other entrepreneurs, speakers, coaches, authors. If you want more information, click on the link. If you can put it in the chat there, click on the link, and then you can just book a call and we can chat about it. We have a promotion right now for founders. So it's $497, one-time fee for life, right? So you won't get a monthly bill. You're in as a founding member, one-time fee for life. Think about the benefits of that. You're able to promote your offers every single week. You're able to learn and grow on Tuesdays. I know we do tools Tuesdays where people share what they're using, how to build their business, right? You're able to collaborate with people. There are people in the mastermind that have stages. There are people in the mastermind that have podcasts. You'll be able to get on their podcast, right? Things of that nature. So I definitely recommend book a call and let's chat about it. And before I go, I always have to talk about my stage, right? My stage. For those of you that don't know me, I run studiospeaking.com. And studiospeaking.com, basically, it's a platform, which is a live event that I do where you're able to come down. It's for speakers, coaches, and authors that really want to speak on a stage, right? Get the video reels and the pictures and everything that comes with it. If you want to learn more about it, go to studiospeaking.com. So in the meantime, let me put the the let's see, hold on a second. Yeah, so that's it. It's right on. It's right there. The VIP Success Network. So I'm gonna put it in the comments again. VIP, the VIP Success Network.com. That is the website for our new Mastermind networking group. I just put it in LinkedIn or and YouTube. All right, and yeah, so you can connect with me or Carl. Connect with me or Carl if you want to be a part of this. Definitely share this video with others because there are so many people out there struggling. They don't know what to do. They just don't know what to do. They're like, I've tried it all. I've taken the classes, right? I've created this offer, this product, this service, and I work hard every day. I don't have enough clients. I don't know what to do. Join a mastermind. Join a mastermind. That would really help you. All right. So appreciate you, Laverne. I see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you that are here today. Definitely share this with as many people as you can. On LinkedIn, you can just say, repost, share it on Facebook, Instagram, wherever you share your information. And like I said, we are here every Monday, 7 a.m. Eastern time. A lot of times I'm here with my co-hosts, and we are here to give you value. This is free. This is absolutely free for you. But all I ask is that you share it with others. All right. So thanks again for being here. We'll see you next time, same place. It has been a plum pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege to be here with you today. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.